The former Dren is in the house. So yeah, so I've been documenting some of these veggies I've been growing. So these bad boys just I planted these around Christmas and they're growing. So we got the cucumbers. These were all just seeds. Right around Christmas time. Got the lettuce, got the tomatoes come in, more tomatoes, we got carrots, more lettuce. Got some more seeds. So they start in these little containers. So basically all I do is get this, you get these off Amazon because a lot of people have been asking me questions about gardening. It's little trays and they actually kind of lift up like this. You put the water down below and they all kind of feed off the same water. So you start with these pellets, or I'm going to show you what to use just to save y'all some time. So this right here is called burpee seed starting mix. And you can use that to put inside of these little pots, and then you put your seed inside of there, and about 4 weeks later you'll get these little seedlings. And so that's kind of how they look for the most part. And then you go from these little small pots to the medium-sized pots. So you got more tomatoes and zucchini. The zucchini's looking great over there. So these, from this pot, they'll go to the outside garden. And these are more tomatoes. This is basil over here, yeah, basil and mint. So from the seed, they turn into these little bitty seedlings. Then you transfer them to the bigger pots. Um, Natural sunlight is good, but just make sure it's cold hardening. You don't want to leave them out too much when you first, because they have to go from indoor to outdoor to get used to it. So yeah, got some more tomatoes. I'm gonna have a lot of tomatoes. A lot of people didn't realize it's 3 steps. You start with the seedlings in these little pots right here, right? And then they go to the medium-sized pot, and then from the medium size they go outside. And these seedlings right here, I sprouted those in a plastic bag with a paper towel. So you always don't even have to put them in dirt. These seedlings are getting ready to go in dirt themselves. The burpee starting mix is fairly cheap. So basically you put it in a bucket of water, and I think 4.5 quarts of water, and it turns out like this. Then you have a big thing of dirt. That little brick, add 4.5 quarts of water, and it turns into this whole thing, a bucket of dirt, which you then, boom, plant these seedlings from here. And you can put the dirt. I use pellets on these right here, but you could actually use the same dirt in these to start the seedlings to get it up to here. And once you see these two little baby leaves, every veggie has that first. Like for instance, these are tomatoes. These two little leaves right here. There's one on that side. It's hard to see. And then one over here. Then you see in the middle, the actual, looks like a actual tomato plant. So when you get that middle tomato plant right there, it's hard to see what I'm pointing at, that right there, these are just to provide sunlight and nutrients to the plant. But when you see that little jagged plant, that's when you know, okay, they're getting ready to go to the bigger plant. Probably the best one is doing the best is zucchini. And once again, you see the two baby plants right here, right? Those are just for nutrients, but when you see the jagged ones in the middle, those are the ones going to produce the zucchinis. That leaf, that leaf, that leaf, and that leaf, those. But when you see the jagged plants, but these outside ones, if you notice, every single one has those two little baby leaves. Like for instance, on this one, these are just the baby leaves, but you see in the middle, that's where the actual fruit's gonna grow. But anyway, signing out. It was just showing you guys what I've been doing. I actually like gardening as much as I like music. So also you invest in you a good grow light. That's the one I use right here. And it comes with different buttons, power, veggies, flowers, and also has a pump where you can actually, the water can kind of irrigate itself down below. So that's, I could actually fill this up with water, and water would flow through the bottom of them, but I just choose it. I just rather just water them naturally. But anyway, for Madrid, that's my little tutorial for the day. Let me know if you have any questions. I always encourage people to learn how to grow your food. And it's also very therapeutic as well to just watch these things go from an actual little seed to these little baby seedlings and then to the bigger pots getting ready to go outside. It's very therapeutic as well. So what is this right here? Now, this is squash right here. And these are very healthy, right? You can tell how green those leaves look. Very, very healthy. If your leaves look yellowish, that means they're getting too much water. But when they're good and green like that, that means they're getting perfect water. And most of these are pretty much, as you can tell, they're just green. So that's healthy. It has a little bit of yellow on the side of it there, but that's not too bad. But that's pretty much healthy. Around the edges, if it gets yellow like that one right there, this one's probably getting a little bit too much water. So I'll just probably skip watering it today, let it catch up. But yeah, always watch out for that yellow around the edges. But anyway, we out, baby. Time to get my day going. Holla at the kid. We out.